Welcome to Focus for Payoff, and congratulations on taking a vital step in reviving your financial health. My name is Joe Casarino. I developed the Focus for Payoff debt elimination system more than 10 years ago to help my clients who were struggling with credit card debt, school loans that were years old, car loans that never get paid off but just keep rolling into new car loans, and home equity and consolidation loans that never seem to get smaller. Now I can help you. What is Focus for Payoff? Focus for Payoff is a 7-step debt elimination system that contains all of the information and tools that you will need to pay off all of your debts up to, but not including your first mortgage, in less than 24 months. It's that simple. Remember, from here on out, that when I say all of your debts, I am referring to all of your debts except your first mortgage on your home. If you do not have a first mortgage, then that's okay. But here we are talking about all financial debts except your first mortgage on the home you own. Who is Focus for Payoff for? Focus for Payoff is for anyone who has an income and wants to pay off his or her debts. Not just manage their debts, but eliminate them as quickly as possible. Focus for Payoff is for you. This is not about debt consolidation or debt refinancing. This is not about debt negotiation or bankruptcy. Focus for Payoff is about you paying off your debts in less than 24 months. Focus for Payoff is for anyone in just about any debt situation, even debts totaling up to twice your annual income. If you have debts and you are still working, then Focus for Payoff has everything you need to pay them off more quickly than you can imagine. Another important point here is that Focus for Payoff is for couples to use together. If you don't have a partner to share this with, that's okay. But if you do have a partner, then you should learn the Focus for Payoff system together. Partners are far more effective in solving any problem together than each person can be in solving it alone. Go and get your partner right now and include him or her right from the start. It's very common for one person in a couple to take the lead in handling the finances. That won't be effective here, though. You may both earn money. Both of you certainly spend money. In order for both of you to reach the same financial goals, you will both have to be on the same page financially. Focus for Payoff represents a whole new way of thinking about your finances, and you should experience it together for the best results. You may be wondering who I am and why I developed Focus for Payoff. I have been an accountant in differing capacities for many years. I started doing income tax returns and financial consulting for individuals and businesses in the early 90s. So many of the clients who visited my office would ask me if I had any advice to give them about their debts. What's the best way to pay them off? How much debt is okay? Should they refinance their debt? And so on. I routinely gave the advice that you might expect to hear from a conservative accountant type. Pay off your debt as soon as you can. Don't overuse your credit cards. Get a better deal on your mortgage. As it turned out, more and more people were asking me about their debt. I really wanted to help them all. I had my own personal experience with debt. I was over my head in debt once, and I was very aware of not only the financial difficulties involved, but also the emotional cost that can come along with having debt. So I took my personal experience into account, and then I went on a search for an answer to give to all these people who were having so much trouble with debt. What struck me even more than the debt I saw were the effects of all this debt on the lives of all these good people. What I found during my search was that debt was affecting almost everyone. It was affecting people of all different backgrounds, education levels, and income levels. I was talking with people who had modest incomes but had huge debts. I was also talking with people who earned hundreds of thousands of dollars per year and they still had debt problems. I met people without college educations who were struggling with debt. I also met couples where both people had graduate degrees and they were also struggling with debt. It became obvious to me that this problem didn't have anything to do with education or income. It had to come from something else. It took months for me to find the first answer. Why was debt crossing all the lines and affecting virtually everyone? Everyone knows what he or she should do, don't they? Why do we get ourselves into financial trouble? We all know right from wrong. But it wasn't that easy. If it were that easy, then no one would have a problem with debt. We could just budget our way to financial freedom. Since we cannot just budget our way to financial freedom, so many of us have tried and failed, there must be something else that is affecting the way so many people of all types are making their financial decisions. I finally found the first answer. Debt is not a function of intellect. It is not a function of class, status, or even gender. Debt, as it turns out, is a function of habit. Do you realize what that means? That means that no matter how smart you are, no matter how sophisticated or educated you are, that it is your habits that make you just as likely to have a problem with debt as anyone else. At least anyone else who shares the same habits as so many of us do these days. So don't beat yourself up about having debt. You're in good company. The habits that cause us to be in debt have been around for 3 generations and affect virtually everyone. Once I had developed all of the principles and focus for Payoff, I was able to help all of those people who had been searching for answers for years. I was able to help people with just a few $1,000s in debt and a host of other people, right up to a couple who had over $180,000 of debt. Focus for Payoff is a proven method for permanently eliminating your debt. Please keep in mind while you go through this program that the solution to your problem with debt is not an intellectual one. The solution is not an understanding, but instead it's a process that allows you to change your habits into new ones that will not only help you to eliminate your debt, but will help to prevent it from ever becoming a problem for you again. The Focus for Payoff program will provide the tools for you to pay off all of your debt up to, but not including your first mortgage, in less than 24 months. That's just 2 years. Do you think that's possible? It is possible. It's possible for you, and I'll show you how. By choosing the Focus for Payoff system, you have found the one permanent solution to debt, the fastest way to eliminate it, and the best way to prevent debt from affecting your life in the future. You do not have to file for bankruptcy protection. You do not have to pay a lawyer thousands of dollars to settle your debts for you. You don't even have to refinance your home or get a consolidation loan. Those consolidation loans can be a trap. We'll talk more about that later. You can pay off all that debt faster than you imagine and keep your credit intact and even improve it. The stress of debt and your bill pile can be overwhelming in your day-to-day life. Having debt does not make you a bad person, although you may have made bad spending choices in the past. You may be suffering due to unexpected medical bills or other large expenses that surprised you. More likely, however, you have fallen into the bad spending habits that have gripped 3 generations. It is not uncommon for an individual or a family to spend 10 or 20% more than they earn month after month, year after year. It doesn't matter if your debt is from credit card bills, car loans, student loans, or anything else. The Focus for Payoff system is designed to eliminate all of your debt as quickly as possible. You won't believe how fast you can do it. Have faith in yourself and keep your chin up. You are only months away from debt freedom. Focus for Payoff will show you how you can eliminate all of your debts, right up to your first mortgage if you have one, in less than 24 months. Only the most extreme cases take longer than 24 months. And by that I mean $150,000 to $200,000 in debts. If you have up to $20,000 or $50,000 in debts, then you'll have no problem at all. Focus for Payoff is designed to work in virtually any debt situation. The reason that is possible is that virtually everyone who has debt gets into debt in proportion to their income. If you earn $50,000 per year, it is very unlikely that you have $400,000 in credit card debt. There isn't a credit card company that will lend you that much money based on your income. The same rule applies to mortgages, school loans, and even auto loans. People tend to get into debt in proportion to their income. That's why Focus for Payoff works in all debt situations. Whether you owe $20,000 or $200,000, the process for you to eliminate your debt is the same. You'll get to be so good at it that you may decide to pay off your mortgage early too. Did you know you can do that in less than 5 years? You don't need credit counseling. You and your partner can do it together privately. Focus for Payoff is designed to help couples work together for the fastest results. Please participate in Focus for Payoff with your partner. The benefits of your teamwork on this program will last long after your debt is gone. So much of what we hear today about our personal finances has to do with saving money, investing money, buy this or that mutual fund, and put more money into your 401k retirement plan. Well, that would be fine if you had any extra money, wouldn't it? Of course it would. But the fact is, so many of us don't have any extra money. It seems to cost so much just to live these days. Our retirement funds are not growing like we would prefer. Maybe there won't be enough money then. Or maybe there won't be enough money next year or next month. Millions of people are facing these same problems. These problems exist, though, not because we don't make enough money, but because so much of our money is used to pay debts. Just think how much money you would have left over each month if you didn't have to pay money toward your debts. It is important to save, and it is important to invest your money, and that can be an easy task if it weren't for all the debts. You can use Focus for Payoff tools to eliminate your debts so quickly that in no time you'll be saving more money than you ever did, thousands more per year. Having more money in your pocket and more money in the bank will give you more choices. Isn't that what we all want? To have more choices? More choices means providing for your family the way you want to, living where you want to, and how you want to. Can you imagine how stress-free your life would be if you didn't have to worry about bills? Ever? It's just a fact that having more money gives you more choices. My goal for you is to have more choices. I believe that having more choices in your life will allow you to be happier than ever. I'll give you an overview of the 7 steps in Focus for Payoff. In step 1, we will prepare a foundation for the rest of the program by listing each of your debts on the master debt list form. This is a very important step because in order to make good choices and get the most out of the rest of the program, you will need to know how many debts you have and exactly how much you owe on each debt. The master debt list is a summary of everyone you owe and the current balances due for each debt. The debt priority list is a second form that contains the same information as the master debt list, but organized in a different way that will be necessary for use later. The debt priority list is used later in step 5 when we discuss the bill paying process. In step 2, we are going to discuss the real problem with debt. It's not what you may think. You will be surprised to learn what it is. Once you know the real problem, it becomes much easier to face and to solve. Defining the problem accurately is the key to putting together an effective solution. So many people try to do things to help their debt situation, but it never seems to get permanently better. In step 3, we are going to look at the practical day-to-day use of debit cards, credit cards, ATM cards, and personal checks. I'll show you what you should do and what you should never do. We'll also look at checking and savings accounts and how to structure your bank accounts the right way. In step 4, we will discuss the most important thing you will ever learn about money. It's not a secret, but very few people understand this most important concept. Step 4 is the most powerful part of the whole Focus for Payoff system, and you should listen to it several times until it becomes second nature to you. In step 5, we'll have some fun with the whole bill paying process. I know you do it your way, but I will show you how to eliminate your bill pile with a system of paying your bills that is so stress-free and efficient that you'll be bragging about it to everyone you know. In step 6, we are going to explore any and all ways for you to increase your income, even if it's just for a short period of time. We are also going to look at several methods for one-time payoffs, places to find cash that you can use to pay down your debt right now. In step 7, we will look at your spending habits and your routine expenses. You will be amazed at how much money you have gotten used to spending every month on routine things. Stopping or reducing some routine expenses, even for a short period of time, can have a dramatic effect on how quickly your debt is paid off. The point is that you have the opportunity to live a less expensive lifestyle for only a short period of time so that you can increase your standard of living, live a better lifestyle each year for the rest of your life after your debt is gone. I have developed a 1-year spending summary form that you can fill out to help you identify exactly where your money is going and how to reduce your expenses to the minimum, even if it's just for a short period of time. There are hundreds of dollars per month available in almost every family's routine expenses that can be used to pay off debts. That is a summary of what you will be learning in Focus for Payoff. It's important to note here that there isn't just one key to paying off your debt so quickly. There isn't just one tool that will get the job done. The powerful results of Focus for Payoff come from using all of the tools in each step to the fullest. Some of the ideas have only a small effect on their own, but focused together, all of the ideas and tools in each of the 7 steps will create a dramatic and powerful effect on your debt. If you truly want to achieve success, you must fully complete each section before moving on to the next section. Skipping any section will only delay your progress and make success more difficult. If you take each of the 7 steps seriously and apply each one to your life and your finances, then you will be debt-free in less than 24 months from today. In less than 2 years from today, you will be able to use your paycheck for whatever you desire. There will be no payments to creditors, no checks due to pay debts. You will have more choices and the opportunity for more happiness more than ever before in your life. The Focus for Payoff system is designed to be simple and easy to follow. You don't need to be a financial expert to be a financial winner. Everything you need is right here. Anyone can do it. I want you to do it. Soon you will actually be saving money and building wealth instead of worrying about all those bills. If you have a husband, wife, or partner, they must be involved in this process to guarantee positive and quick results. If you solve this problem with your partner, it will help you get out of debt much more quickly and help you both avoid getting into debt in the future. If you try to do this without your partner, it will be far more difficult. The Focus for Payoff system represents a new way of thinking. You may be tempted to do things the old way. The old way didn't work for you. Please put your habits on hold and follow each step fully. Allow yourself to learn a new way of thinking and benefit from the quick results.